For over 100 years, Maimonides is the one that's cared for, worked for, and been there for Brooklyn.
My home.
My choice.
Maimonides.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
you can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Holiday gifts are only as good as the network they're on. So give your family the gift of Verizon. Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone with select trade-in and select 5G unlimited plans, and another gift, like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds. All on us. A service plan is required for gifts. Only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand, urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
This is Joe Harris. It's time for Brooklyn Nets basketball.
Barclays Bank is powering possible, proudly supporting Barclays Center and Brooklyn Nets basketball for 10 years.
Out of the right, Simmons down the lane, a lob for Claxton, a two-hand slam. Curry into the front court for Brooklyn. Moving left on a high screen, shoots a three for the tie, and it's good! Seth Curry! Simmons taking it all the way inside, bump with Harold, floater, rimmed in, it's good, and a foul is called. Out to Curry, move it up top, over to O'Neal, extra pass in the corner, Harris along too, and it's good for Joe Harris.
Brought to you by SeatGeek, Verizon, Maimonides, and by Webull, official online brokerage partner of Barclays Center and the Brooklyn Nets.
Welcome back inside Barclays Center. Time for Nets basketball on the Fan. It is the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers. Bob Huesler sitting in tonight for Chris Carino along with the capper Tim Capstraw. Glad to have you along as the Nets try to make it 2 straight wins, take on the Sixers team that is playing for the second time in 2 nights. The Sixers last night at home defeating the Knicks 119-108. The starting lineups brought to you by Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. And Joel Embiid is indeed in the starting lineup for the Sixers. There was some thought that maybe he would sit in the second game of a back-to-back. He's in the middle for the Sixers. James Harden, who was just introduced to the crowd and heard his share of boos. Not overwhelmingly loud, but certainly Harden heard some of the boos as he was introduced to his former home fans here in Brooklyn. DeAnthony Melton, Tobias Harris, and P.J. Tucker round out the starting 5 for the Sixers. The starting 5 for the Nets, and we've already talked about this, the 2 new guys thrown right into the fire, Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, both among the starting 5 for the Nets, which also features Spencer Dinwiddie at the point, Dorian Finney-Smith, and after missing some time with a hamstring injury, Nick Claxton back on the floor for the Nets and in the starting lineup. Our officials tonight are Mark Davis. He is the senior member of the crew, Kevin Cutler, and Musa Dagger. They are the 3 officials, and our uniform lineup tonight, Capper, and they do a great job rotating the uniforms now in the NBA. You can actually look on the website and pick out the game that you're going to, and you'll know what the uniform schemes will be.
You got to admit the Nets uniforms are pretty sharp, right? And the Basquiat, the uniform we're seeing tonight, and it seems wild to see Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson be introduced right now in the starting 5. And what's really neat is they're like best friends. So it's a nice. And their press conference before the game was as engaging and as I know people don't care what type of people they want to see wins. I'm telling you, They were two of the classiest, coolest young people I'd ever seen interviewed, ever.
They definitely are going to be two welcome additions to this Nets team. They bring a lot to the table, and because they play out in Phoenix, maybe Nets fans aren't as familiar with them, but they'll get to know them very quickly, and they are two very talented players and give the Nets an entirely different look.
Yeah, well, I think basketball fans certainly know Mikal Bridges. Certainly Villanova, they know how great he was there, but how much he's progressed as an NBA player. Last year, he was second in the league in Defensive Player of the Year. So you think about him, you think about Dorian Finney-Smith, Claxton. You got, again, here's the number I'm looking for. What's the number going to be at the end of the first quarter as far as Sixer points? Are they going to keep them under 25? Used to be 22 was a big number in the NBA. Well, that's when I started. So it was a while ago. But 20, can the Nets keep the Sixers starters right now? Starters versus starters. Can the Nets keep, for the most part, it'd be starters. Can the Nets keep them on pace of less than 25 in the first quarter? We'll see what kind of defensive tone this group can set.
Sixers getting ready to walk on the floor. Now they are in their Icon Edition uniforms, blue jerseys, blue shorts, the letters PHILA in block lettering across the front. The Nets are wearing those Basquiat crown motif uniforms, white jerseys, white shorts. The opening tip will be brought to you by Verizon, the network America relies on. You mentioned Bridges, Capper, and he's someone who actually was drafted by the Sixers.
Yeah, that's right.
He was excited about that because he's a Pennsylvania guy, played at Villanova, two-time national champion at Villanova. And he was disappointed that he was traded to Phoenix.
And remember that night? Because his mother worked in HR for the 76ers.
Right.
And she was interviewed. And then all of a sudden he got moved out to Phoenix.
Yes, that is one of the dangers on draft night. Sometimes you're not quite sure where you will ultimately end up. We are ready to go. The opening tip is controlled to the backcourt in the hands of James Harden, and the Blues actually get a lot louder than they were during the introduction. So it's Sixers basketball. Let's get things underway as Embiid hands it off for Harden. He drives and kicks it out for Melton. The pump fake, the drive into the paint. The floater is up. It is short, grazed the rim, and the rebound taken down by Cam Johnson. He's a power forward, 6'8", and a great three-point shooter. Driving the lane, Bridges, first shot, no good. Tipped up by Claxton, no good. And here we come the other way. Philadelphia moving right to left. P.J. Tucker, the veteran, sealed off down low by Johnson. Embiid near the elbow, angled right, drives to his right, draws the contact, hits the banker. He scores, and he is fouled by Claxton. So a possible three-point play to get it going for the Sixers.
Well, obviously, that's the focal point of the offense. He's like MVP candidate, and Joel Embiid is playing in back-to-backs. You can tell he wants to get that award this year. You know, he's been losing kind of second to Jokic the last couple of years.
Here's a guy who averages 10 free throw makes per game.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's over 80%, right? I mean, he gets there, and he makes them.
Makes the free throw. 3-0 Sixers to get things going here. Bridges gives up on top for Dinwiddie. Angles to the right. He drives, floats it up underneath for Claxton, and it's disrupted underneath by Embiid, who takes it away. Gives for Harden. Behind the back bounce pass for Embiid. He's fouled again. And Embiid will go to the line to shoot a pair. So the Nets offense, a little slow, little quicksand to get it going here. And the Sixers in transition, taking advantage twice now.
Well, you forget about how good a defender Joel Embiid is also, and he was like a goalie on that last possession as Dinwiddie went down in the paint. Played a little cat and mouse game with him and forced Dinwiddie into an awkward pass, and he was able to recover to defend Nick Claxton. Nets want to make Embiid play defense, right? He plays in what's known as a drop defense. He makes that first free throw. And that means he's back almost playing a one-man zone in the paint. Will the Nets utilize the mid-range game? Will they attack him and try to throw it up to Claxton? They'll certainly run a lot of pick and roll because he will not come out of the paint.
Embiid misses the second free throw, so it's 4-0 Philadelphia as the Nets try to get on the board just underway from Barclays Center. Nets and the Sixers as Dinwiddie wheels to the left, fires it underneath for Claxton, turns around and dunks it through with two hands to get the Nets on the board.
A great feed by Dinwiddie. Excellent read as Embiid went aggressive at him.
Tobias Harris, low blocks left side, puts up the mid-range jumper, had it knocked away from behind by Claxton. Partial block. Dinwiddie's lead pass for Claxton, misfired, couldn't handle it underneath, and the Sixers have it back as Harden takes it deep on the left side, flings it to the right side from Melton, and he's going to get called on the offensive foul.
Yeah, P.J. Tucker, as Cam Johnson tried to fight over the screen.
Mark Davis makes the call. Mark Davis, Kevin Cutler, Musa Dagger are three officials tonight. 4-2 Philadelphia, just underway as the Nets move it left to right in this first half with Dinwiddie standing in the midcourt logo and stops the dribble. Gives up left side. Shot put up, and it is put through by Mikal Bridges. His first 2 points as a net ties the game at 4. You hear the boos indicating Harden has the ball, had a shot blocked on the entry, and then he recovered on the putback, breaks the tie. He scores 6-4 Philadelphia.
Impressive watching Bridges in that last offensive possession. That's where his game has really evolved. There's Cam Johnson.
Who puts up a three and hits it. Cam Johnson knocks down his first bucket for the Nets. It's a three and a steal on the inbounds, and it's Bridges who scores.
I did not see that. I was looking away. Was Bridges stole the ball?
Bridges stole the ball, and then he put it through to make it 9-6 Brooklyn. And it is Claxton who knocks away the upcourt pass as suddenly the Nets, with the two new guys getting very much involved, have energized this crowd.
Well, the swarming type of defense that they are capable of playing is the type of thing that could really fire up a crowd. And a team, that's for sure.
And beat up high, palms the ball with the left hand, dribbles with the right, back to the left, the pump fake, now the fadeaway jump shot, too strong. Claxton tips it to Dinwiddie, throws it ahead, and driving underneath, and losing the ball, and then regained by Johnson as he turns around, shoots, and hits. Cam Johnson, the baseline turnaround, and the Nets on a run. They've opened the lead to 5 points. They're on top 11-6. There's Harden driving. Awkward shot with the left hand does not go down, and Dinwiddie has the rebound. Feeds it in for Bridges. Underhand dish for Johnson. Hesitates, drives, kicks it out. The three-pointer is up and missed, and then chased down by Finney-Smith, who shoots and hits the three. Dorian Finney-Smith hits the three, and the Nets are on top 14-6.
This is what you're hoping for, some positive energy defensively and some confidence on offense by these new players who are knocking down shots. A lot of fun.
It really is, as Finney-Smith gets involved after Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges had established their presence. Melton for Harris. He drives, has it knocked away, blocked by Claxton. Nets have it back with Dinwiddie to the other end. Dinwiddie on the near sideline. Dinwiddie still with the dribble. Drives to his right, hesitates, puts it up off the glass, rolled in and out. Rebounded by Embiid to Harden in midcourt, behind the back dribble. Feeds in the corner, Tucker for a three, in and out. All white jersey surrounding that rebound, and let's have it back.
Yeah, can you get the Sixers on a second game of a back-to-back and tired? Feels that way right now, and Jock Collins going to talk about it right now, though. Great start by this net team.
Great start for the Nets, great start for the new guys, as Cam Johnson has an early 5, and Mikal Bridges has 4, and the Nets up by 8 on the Fan Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Titans, that will happen. Truly believe that in my heart of hearts. And Cardinals owner Michael Bidwill has made it clear that his search for a new head coach will
Extend your loan payments for 7 years when leasing can give you low payments and guarantees on much shorter terms. When you lease with D&M Leasing, you get lower payments, shorter terms, guarantees, and world-class customer service. It makes no sense to finance a vehicle longer, make a higher payment, take on the risk of the car's future value, and most likely end up with negative equity when you trade. Do what makes sense. Lease with D&M Leasing. Save on your payments and eliminate the risk that you will be upside down when you trade. Call any area code 35-LEASE or visit dmautoleasing.com. D&M, it's just that simple.
AT&T Fiber presents a straightforward moment.
Game on, baby. This looks great.
Yeah, streaming is amazing with AT&T Fiber.
Must be nice being a gigillionaire.
Yup, and the straightforward pricing has made me want to be straightforward with you. I'd much rather stream ice dancing.
Is that Alma Hansen and Bjorn Anders?
Straightforward is better. No equipment fees, no data caps, no price increase in 12 months. Live like a gigillionaire with AT&T Fiber. Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
Hi, this is Joe Harris, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on The Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Get ready to take your fandom to the next level with the 2023-24 season ticket package. Don't miss out on exclusive benefits, access, and rewards by becoming a Nets level member. Rep Brooklyn your way with a customizable membership experience built just for you. Learn more at brooklynnets.com/your way.
You know, we have not done yet, Capper, is wished Jacques Vaughn a happy birthday. He turned 48 years young today.
48? I was wondering how old he was. Nobody asked him that. Everybody's saying happy birthday.
Nets basketball out of the timeout, leading 14-6. Claxton drives in, misses, rebound is put up, and it is put through by Day'Ron Sharp, who checked in during that timeout. Sharp got the start the other night, played well. First two of this game extends the Nets lead to 10.
Maxi's on the floor for the Sixers, and he is explosive off the bench. Double team on Embiid now. A little adjustment by the Nets.
Harden flips it down.
Double team again.
Embiid. Yep, he's double teamed left in the lane, throws it out for Harden. Shot clock is down to 3. Harden puts up a 3 and drills it. That ends a 12-0 run, Capper, for the Nets.
I like that length, though, coming down on Embiid, though, double teaming him. Try to get the ball out of his hands some, mix it up.
Spencer Dinwiddie stole the point for the Nets. He dribbles to his right. He dribbles hard to the blocks, whips it out to Johnson. Now they feed it on the wing. Finney-Smith driving hard, throwing in the corner for Sharp. Three-pointer off of the mark, hit the front rim, and bounds into the hands of Maxey.
All the shooters on the floor. That's not the guy you need taking a 3 in the corner, Day'Ron Sharp.
Maxey will take his first shot of 3. Back rims it. A long rebound. Caught in the lane by Finney-Smith. And here comes Dinwiddie up the sideline. 16-9 Brooklyn. Johnson the fake. The dump underneath for Sharp. And he lays it up, and he lays it through. 18-9 Brooklyn.
How good does Cam Johnson look to start this game? He's shooting the ball with a soft touch that time, catching it, driving it, dishing it, and Day'Ron Sharp contributing.
Under 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. Good first quarter for Brooklyn. Harris stops. Gives it right side for Embiid. He's deep. Drives to the lane. Pulls up. Mid-range jumper. Perfect. Nicely done by Embiid. 18-11 Brooklyn.
At his size, boy, it's hard to take his vision away of that rim. He gets to a spot. He can just knock it down.
Mikal Bridges weaving through traffic. He stops. He spins. Gives it up for Finney-Smith. And now Dinwiddie on the near side gets it back. He'll try a 3. Puts it up. Front rim, no good. Embiid, an easy rebound. Leaves for Harden in the backcourt. Sixers in the blue uniforms, blue jerseys, blue shorts, and Harden wheeling down the lane, beats Johnson to the hole, but missed the layup short. And the rebound taken down by Bridges. Bridges dribbles to the other end, fires from the free throw line, rattles it out. Embiid corrals the rebound.
You can see that the length is a factor on a number of these drives. That they've been to some block shots, and guys that usually finish aren't able to finish right now.
Harden between the circles, still dribbling, working on Sharp, blows by him, puts it up, and drew the foul. So Sharp was the initial defender, and then Harden drove into traffic, and he'll get a couple of free throws.
One of the best to ever do that, right? Draw fouls, James Harden. Starts putting it between his legs. You know he's going to take off at any moment. You just do the best you can. The Nets switch, 1 through 5 all the time, right? But I'm wondering if there could be an adjustment. Next time I talk to Jacques Vaughn, I'm going to bring that up. of playing more like drop defense with Daron Sharp, and so everybody else fights through screens, so he doesn't have to get caught in any of those mismatches. There's a line change getting ready to happen right now.
That foul, by the way, was on Dinwiddie. George Niang is in the game for Philadelphia, and Royce O'Neal and Ben Simmons check in.
But Patty Mills coming into the game, talking to Cam Johnson, pointing the offensive foot side of the floor. Here's a guy that's going to lose minutes to this guy, and he's coming on the floor, pointing and directing him, showing where he should have been in a couple offensive sets. Patty Mills is the best.
One of the new players in the game now for the Nets, Joe Harris, the most tenured Net, said there's just a different energy about this club right now. There's a positive energy, he said.
Yeah, I think there's going to be positive energy, and you're not dealing with guys that. Kyrie and Kevin Durant are phenomenal players. It's just different right now. But can it be good enough? That's can it be pretty good? It's not going to be. It shouldn't be as good, but boy, it would be nice if it was. It'd be fun.
Harden made them both.
Again, you look out on the floor. There's decent talent out there, though. This isn't a rebuild.
No, Nets are deep. Minutes are going to be hard to come by.
The zone defense. Here it is by Sixers. It helped them last night against the Knicks.
Harris kicks it out for Sharp as the Nets adjust to that zone, and we're going to go the other way. Got a foul underneath.
Now you got Ben Simmons screening in the zone against James Harden. Those two haven't had a whole lot of love lost there, but they were wrestling with each other.
Simmons has some of the pressure relieved now.
He
said that.
I kind of feel, I don't know. He's a unique guy. I think it's, something you gotta lower your expectations.
Embiid pulling his way in the lane. He leaned in, drew the contact, and Simmons may have picked up another foul there. Let's double check. No, it was Patty Mills. And Embiid doing what he does so well, basically just out muscling people underneath. Mills on the reach in from behind and sends Embiid to the line again. So there's Joel Embiid. We mentioned it already. One of the most prolific free throw shooters in the league. He is approaching 500 attempts on the season. Makes the first one here. Embiid has already taken 4 free throws in this game as he looks to make it 4 or 5 on the night. He does so and slices into that Nets lead, which was 18-9. It's now 18-15 Brooklyn.
Yeah, Nets could use a quality possession, knock down a shot right now. It's been a while since they scored. Zone defense again by the Sixers.
He goes on top to Simmons. Now a deep three is taken by O'Neal and missed, and then tipped up and through by McCallum. Wow, he snuck in and somehow kissed it home.
I tell you what, he doesn't buy his shirts off the rack. Those are long arms right there.
George Niang responds to the other end with a quick trigger 3 and knocks it down. 2-point Brooklyn lead. As the Nets look to push the pace, the kick out and a 3 is missed on the near far side by Mills. Gets deflected out of bounds. It'll stay at the Brooklyn end with 14 to shoot and 3:34 to go in this first quarter. 20-18, Nets lead the Sixers. As Cam Thomas checks in. Thomas, who had been starting for the Nets, of course, had that incredible run this week with the 40-point games, the back-to-back fashion. Now coming in off the bench as Harris misses a 3 badly wide left, and the Sixers have it back with a chance to tie or maybe go back in front. As Maxey drives, takes it right to the hole, too hard off of the glass. The rebound, O'Neal. O'Neal brings it up court, gives for Harris the 3. That time he knocks it down.
And Royce O'Neal and Joe Harris have an outstanding chemistry together. They find each other, they make extra passes, and their rhythm is excellent. That was another pass, another assist, Royce O'Neal and Joe Harris.
Embiid touch pass to Niang, another 3. That one is too long, and it's taken down by the Nets. And Thomas, the give for Simmons. And now out into the corner, Harris, and he hits another one, and it was O'Neal who set him up again.
I'm telling you, they just have a couple pros that get it, and they just have a knack for finding each other. That was nice.
Back-to-back threes for Harris. He hit 6 in the second quarter the other night against Chicago in the Nets win. And Embiid has the ball stripped, but a reach-in foul is called. And, Thomas reached in, tried to knock it away. Mistake gets called on the reach-in foul. That'll bring us to a timeout. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Entertaining game so far. And the Nets lead the Sixers 26-18 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Did you?
This season, he was number 2 in MVP votes. You can make an argument he should have won it had he not been injured and missed a couple of games. And there's a follow-up question here that a lot of people are asking right now. Oh, well, Jalen Hurts hasn't looked the same.
.5G phone with select trade-in and select 5G unlimited plans, and another gift, like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds, all on us. A service plan is required for gifts, only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for other details.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at docgonow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at docgonow.com. DocGo On Demand, urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
Hey, this is Nick Claxton, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM in the Odyssey app.
Hey, Nets fans, with Grubhub, you'll always have home court advantage. Grubhub has all your game day favorites. Go to Grubhub to get anything you crave.
Welcome back inside Barclays Center. 2:30 remaining in this first quarter. 26-18. The Nets lead the Sixers. And the thing that becomes very apparent with this Nets team, Capper, is there's going to be a lot more shot distribution, isn't there?
Yeah, going to be more shot distribution. Exactly. Different guys. And there'll be a lot of threes taken, too. There's a lot of good three-point shooting. If the Nets can get it, they want it. You know what they're going to need, though? They're going to need a body to deal with a guy like this, right? Embiid, again, at the free throw line. It's like he's at the Elks Club free throw shooting contest right now, and he's doing quite well. It's at his first quarter. He's just on his seventh. They go for his 8th free throw right now.
By happenstance, I happened to walk through the tunnel as he was coming in before tonight's game. That is one massive man.
Yeah, you forget how big he is, right? It's the 7'2", a real 7'2".
280 pounds, made both free throws, 6-point Nets lead, 26-20. Harris, who hit back-to-back threes before that timeout, kicks it out into the corner, three-pointer, airmailed, and missed by Thomas badly. And Cam Thomas off to the miss, and the Sixers have it back as they set up here with Shake Milton almost throwing it away. He's in off of the bench. Gives it for Embiid, who snuck his way along the baseline and snuck his way all the way to the hoop and laid it through.
Yeah, he was balancing himself like a Wallenda at the end line, and then he just finally gets all the way to the basket. Nets got to do a better job, draw a charge on that.
Nets lead by 4 as O'Neal gives it for Harris with a chest pass, has to gather it in, regains, gives for Thomas. He circles and weaves to the right, fires the pass for O'Neal, deep reach, straight away off the front rim into the hands of Maxey, and cherry picking at the other end and laying it through after taking the pass is Embiid.
Yeah, the largest wide receiver in the history of sports right there, Joel Embiid, catching it and laying it in.
Yeah, he's like, quite a target.
Like a huge version of Harold Carmichael. Remember him at 6'9"?
as Thomas hits the fadeaway jumper from the baseline. So Cam Thomas, after airmailing his last shot, hits that one, and the Nets are up 4. A minute to go in this first quarter. Up to Shake Milton, gets for Embiid. Guarded by Simmons. Embiid jump passes for Maxey. Into the corner. Milton misses. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Brooklyn with 47 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Gave Embiid a double team that time, and then he swung it around. Milton was open in the corner. I mean, you got to really recover here in full rotation. Nets, everybody's got to be active when you double team. Everybody's rotating to the next player up, and then the guy that's trapping, for the most part, is sprinting to the other side of the floor to the original open player.
Pass in the lane goes to O'Neal. He got bumped, recovers, missed the shot, and then on the third attempt, it's yanked down by Jalen McDaniels, who just checked in to make his Sixers debut. Here's Maxey, shoulder down, the runner, no good, but he was fouled, and Tyrese Maxey with a head of steam through the contact, and will go to the line for repair.
Can the Nets defend without fouling right now? That's the storyline of the first quarter of the game. Nets have yet to attempt a free throw. This will be the 10th and 11th attempt by the Sixers. And I don't think there's been a bad call. Nets got to defend without fouling.
Here's Maxey on the line, making the first. Off of the bench last night, 27 points in a come-from-behind win over the Knicks. By the way, Embiid now taking a breather. 14 first quarter points for the big man.
And it was, obviously, this is what he's been doing. And I'm impressed he's playing second games of back-to-back. You can tell he wants to be MVP this year. 22 on the clock right now.
And a 2-point game.
Sixers, they haven't committed a foul yet, the Sixers.
Nets have yet to shoot a free throw in this game, as Thomas takes it with the shot clock off and the game clock down to 10. Thomas dribbling to his left, stops middle of the floor. Straight away now, backs up for deep three. Airmail that one. Nothing but air as it floats out of bounds with 1.4 seconds to go in this first quarter. Maxey to midcourt, lets it fly. Hits the glass, bounds away, and that brings this first quarter to an end.
Yeah, two-point lead for the Nets. You got to see what a lot of these new players could do. You had to be impressed with Bridges and Cam Johnson early in that first quarter.
Bridges had 6, Cam Johnson had 5 in their respective Nets debut. And it's Joel Embiid with 14 at the end of one. And the Nets lead the Sixers 28-26 on the Fan Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
West Point Lincoln does not charge over MSRP like some dealers do, and we have plenty of vehicles to choose from. Everyone knows West Point Lincoln will do everything in our power to get you rolling in an hour. West Point Lincoln on the Katy Freeway at Kirkwood and West Point Lincoln.
We've got Atlanta sports on lock.
No matter where in the world you are, catch up anytime at 929thegame.com. Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.
All right, guys, got to tell you, my friends over at D&M Leasing want you to know that traditional financing companies are bringing back 84-month terms again. That is correct. And this can put you in a place where
Code Podcast.
The Super Bowl is on Odyssey, and Westwood One brings it to you, streaming live for free Sunday on the Odyssey app. Sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
The Eagles have been the NFC's best team.
Touchdown, Travis Kelce.
It's the Eagles versus the Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, are going to the Super Bowl again.
Catch all the action from Westwood One. Your Super Bowl, your Odyssey. Get in the game and download the free Odyssey app today.
Hey, guys. This is Keenan Thompson. I have a problem with you. Yes, you. None of y'all told me that AutoTrader has millions of new and used cars that I can shop from home. I thought we were friends. I put smiles on your face, but I'm not smiling. No one told me that with AutoTrader, a dealer can deliver cars to my home or that I could shop by price on AutoTrader. No one. Consider this friendship that you just learned we had officially over. Finally, it's easy. AutoTrader.
It's not easy being the one.
Philadelphia 26. The serve from Patty Mills, one of 11 players to see time in that first quarter for the Nets.
Yeah, you're shuffling them in and out. Again, this is the shooting lineup. This is shooting with Ben Simmons, or scoring. The other one is your long defensive lineup.
Patty Mills has the ball right now. One bounces Harris. Now the give for Simmons. Taking his time with the dribble. The left-handed dribble. Pivots to the right. Banks it up and banks it through. Ben Simmons on the board. Nets by 4.
So good. Anytime you see him scoring and gaining a little confidence, it feels good. But great to get him at another level.
Maxey underneath and a stuff on the catch from Jalen McDaniels, who stuffs through his first 2 as a Philadelphia 76er. 30-28 Brooklyn. One bouncing for Simmons. Now kicking it out for Harris, and he swishes it home. Joe Harris with his third 3 of this first half.
Ben Simmons, I mean, he probably should have shot it at the basket, but when you're got shooting around him, he's comfortable kicking it out, and certainly Joe Harris comfortable letting it fly right now.
Paul Reed on the floor now for...
He's a problem offensive rebounder.
Maxey gets free, and he streaks in for a scoop layup.
Good answer, right quickly up the floor.
And it's the Nets moving it up the floor with Thomas kicking out for O'Neal. Open 3 in the air, and he swishes it through. Royce O'Neal, the 3. Nice setup for Thomas.
A great example of what Jacquemont wants. As the Sixers scored on one end, the ball got up there so quick with unbelievable pace, the Sixer defense never recovered.
Maxey steps back. Difficult 3, way off the mark. It was short, and it's rebounded for Brooklyn. Ahead, the pass for Harris. Puts on the floor to the trailer Simmons. Fakes the handoff. Now does give for Harris, who fires a 3, and he hits again. 4 3-pointers for Joe Harris, and the Nets extend that lead. It's now 39-30 Brooklyn.
Another good screen by Ben Simmons.
Foul of midcourt by Patty Mills, and it'll stop the play and gives us a chance to recap what the Nets have done. They've played with pace, Capper, and they have enabled some good shooters to get in good position to knock them down. Harris has 2 threes over the last minute, and Royce O'Neal has one in between.
The Nets have gotten 16 up. They're 7 for 16. Joe Harris 4 of 5.
Shake Milton fires and hits. He floats it through. 39-32 Brooklyn. O'Neal hands it off for Simmons. Now gives for Mills. Got hung up in midair. Give for Simmons. Back for Mills. Throws it away as Mills was a little discombobulated that entire possession.
But you like the attitude. The ball's going to pop around.
$3,500 with a no.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or
Skyrizi to learn more.
We're back with the Dopey Millennials Show.
Good, bad. It's going to be like a...
And Mikal Bridges checks back in for Brooklyn.
Well, certainly, and Harden was at the table too. So Bridges is going to be like the Harden defender.
Milton will get one more here after making the first. 9.5 to go in this first half. And then Shake Milton makes them both. 84.5% free throw shooter. Makes it a 5-point Brooklyn lead. Bridges back on the floor for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas has the ball. Zone for the Sixers as Harris kicks it out. A 3-pointer in the air. And it is missed by O'Neal, rimmed in and out. And Harden on the floor has the ball slowly up the side and wheels to the middle. Alley-oop underneath, stumped through. Paul Reed knocks it down.
A little confusion that time, and the roll man that time, Paul Reed. Too many Nets kind of looking at each other. Communication and getting it together not only on the offensive end, but the defensive end is huge for this net team. Zone defense again.
Nets by 3, adjusting again to that zone. Thomas hopping in the air, throws it in the corner, and a three-pointer is good by Mikal Bridges.
He is an evolving, and growing offensive talent in the NBA. Everybody talked about it out west, and he's bringing that talent here.
Best corner three-point shooter in the league. He just showed why right there. Three-pointer in the air and knocked through by James Harden.
It's unbelievable, the shooting ability of NBA players now, isn't it? It's just unbelievable.
Harris to fake, Harris to give, and Bridges puts it through. Cam Thomas puts it through on the step back from the elbow. Scoring pace really picking up.
Yeah, you got to pay attention, Bob.
44-39.
Sorry.
As Harden just hit that three, puts on the brakes and fires a 15-footer and swishes it through.
Well, Joe Harris got to make sure he doesn't get targeted right now defensively. He's got to be able to see if he can be physical defensively, maybe avoid some of those tough matchups.
That's by 3. Thomas for O'Neal, swings it for Harris, and now for Bridges. The give for Simmons, now for Thomas, wide open straight away, does not knock it down. He had a good look, missed it off the front rim. Harris, Tobias Harris, steps back and gives for Harden. Harden has 12. And beat on the bench with 14. Shot clock is down to 6. Harden behind the back dribble. Weaves his way into the paint, floats it up short. Rebound tipped by O'Neal over to Simmons. Brooklyn basketball. The dish for Bridges. Open three off the side rim as he missed it from the right wing. 44-41 Brooklyn. 7 minutes to go in this first half. Maxey sealed off deep on the right side. Maxey gets it back. Guarded out there by Bridges. Waits for the screen. Dribbles along the right sideline. Feeds Harris. Shot clock is down to 5. O'Neal shading Harris, who weaves his way into the paint and lost it. Taken away on the steal by O'Neal. O'Neal for Harris. Here's another three off the side rim, but the rebound back tap by Simmons. Kept alive for Thomas. Reset for the Nets, who lead it by 3. And a timeout is called by Jacques Vaughn. So we'll take a break as well. A lot of activity here on the Saturday night in Barclays Center. 6:27 to go in this second quarter. Brooklyn 44, Philadelphia 41 on the Fan Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City. It has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
And that instead they're
unlimited plans and another gift like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds, all on us. A service plan is required for gifts only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for other details.
No one works harder to improve the health of Brooklyn than Maimonides Health.
It's my go-to.
With 3 hospitals, 90 convenient locations, and over 1,800 doctors, Maimonides is more than a medical center.
It's my confidence.
Whether you have an everyday health need or seek expertise from a specialist at our Centers of Excellence, Maimonides will always provide the best possible care for the people of Brooklyn.
My home.
My choice.
Maimonides.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Hi, this is Joe Harris, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM and the Odyssey app.
Join us and show your support for the Brooklyn Nets as they host the Miami Heat Wednesday, February 15th for their final game before the All-Star break. Our Black History Month programming will continue as we recognize Black culture within the in-game presentations dedicated to Afro-Latino achievement within the Brooklyn community. Get your tickets now at SeatGeek.com/Nets.
Yeah, we just had all the activity of the trade deadline passing on Thursday, and now we head into what would be the All-Star Week capper. And as you just said, the last game at home for the Nets is this Wednesday against the Heat.
Now they got the Knicks on Monday and then the Heat on Wednesday. Knicks away.
Out of the Jacques Vaughn timeout, Nets basketball, and they are calling it a shot clock violation. They couldn't get the ball to anybody underneath the hoop.
Well, it was close because, but Embiid does so many things defensively. He's got great hands, like great feet for a big guy, great hands, and he swatted it away before Finney Smith could get it up.
Embiid back on the floor. He leads all scorers with 14, and he has the ball right now with the Nets leading by 3. Harden, who has 12, flips it for Harris. Dribbles out, gives back for Harden. 6 to go in the quarter. 4 to shoot for the Sixers. Harden, with 1 to shoot, puts it up. Side rim, but the rebound chased down by the veteran P.J. Tucker. Reset for the Sixers.
You can't work that hard, not come up with a rebound. Double team.
And B. Harden is swinging left. And Melton has it knocked away out of bounds. Knocked away by Finney Smith. So it'll be 3 seconds to shoot for the Sixers in a 3-point game. Nets have the lead. Harden will be the trigger man along the baseline. Harden surveys, gives for Embiid, has 1 to shoot, backs up for a 3, and hits it. Wow. Joel Embiid, desperation time, puts through the 3, and he ties the game at 44. 5:23 to go in this first half. Finney Smith hits the shot, and he thought he was fouled. The shot counts, and we play on. Still no free throws in this game for the Nets, who have the lead again, 46-44 Brooklyn.
There's this length lineup right now. Got Watanabe out there with a lot of guys that have 7-foot wingspans. Can they be a factor defensively? They got to clean up their possessions, though, at the end. Previous possession, they played really good defense. Just didn't come up with the offensive rebound. That's why Embiid was able to hoist up that desperation.
Embiid, cross-court pass to Harris. Embiid gets it back from Milton. Embiid, foul line jumper. Too long. Long arm. Yanks down the rebound. That is Mikal Bridges. They swing it around for Watanabe. His 3-pointer's too long, and on the weak side, Harris comes down with the rebound. Under 5 to go in the first half. The Nets lead it by 2, 46-44. Harris driving hard, and Tobias Harris, they lay up no good.
Another example of the length with the Claxton a factor.
Finney Smith gives for Watanabe. Another try from 3. No good, and the loose ball foul is going to be called. And you're going to hear, I believe, the Bronx cheer here in Brooklyn as it is going to be a Philadelphia foul. Only the second foul in this game called against the Sixers. It's a non-shooting violation. So with 4:31 remaining in this first half, the Nets will inbound, leading the Sixers 46-44. Cam Johnson back in the game. New net made his debut tonight in the starting lineup. Inbounds, gets it back, feeds it out for Finney Smith, back to Johnson. 4 to shoot. Spencer Dinwiddie knows it. Sweet drive, the kick out. Bridges 3 is good. Another corner 3 for Mikal Bridges. He has a pair of threes in this second quarter, and the Nets lead is 5.
And he had to get it up there quick. The time was running out on the clock. 1 second on the clock.
Nets by 5. Sixers with the ball. Embiid has it up high. Guarded there by Bridges, and Embiid falls to the floor. Keeps the ball, and then the whistle blows, and the timeout was called by Doc Rivers.
How about Embiid right there? At one end, he makes the big corner 3. He's matched up with Embiid, and he stopped him in that possession, almost forced a turnover.
Another nice debut so far for one of the new Nets. That's Mikal Bridges, the Capper's talking about, in a 5-point game. Brooklyn 49, Philadelphia 44. On the Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
West Point Lincoln does not charge over MSRP like some dealers do, and we have plenty of vehicles to choose from. Everyone knows West Point Lincoln will do everything in our power to get you rolling in an hour. West Point Lincoln on the Katy Freeway at Kirkwood and westpointlincoln.com.
Enjoy 29-degree drafts and scenic views at the Twin Peaks in Shenandoah from 7 to 9, Thursday, February 16th. We're going to be giving away Bull Barbecue Shack wristbands so you can be in our tent at Cook-Off Thursday, February 16th, 7 to 9 at Twin Peaks in Shenandoah with the Bull.
AT&T Fiber presents a straightforward moment.
Game on, baby. This looks great.
Yeah, streaming is amazing with AT&T Fiber.
Must be nice being a gigillionaire.
Yup, and the straightforward pricing has made me want to be straightforward with you. I'd much rather stream Ice Dancing.
Is that Alma Hansen and Bjorn Anders?
Straightforward is better. No equipment fees, no data caps, no price increase at 12 months. Live like a gigillionaire with AT&T Fiber. Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
All right, guys, got to tell you, my friends over at D&M Leasing want you to know that traditional financing companies are bringing back 84-month terms again. That is correct. And this can put you in a place where you owe way more money on your auto loan than your car is worth when it's time to trade in. I talk about that all the time. Nearly 20% of new autos are being financed for 84 months, according to a recent article in Automotive News. If you finance for 84 months, you better be willing to stay in your car for a very long time. Why extend your loan payments for 7 years when leasing can give you low payments and guarantees on much shorter terms? When you lease with D&M Leasing, you get lower payments, shorter terms, guarantees, and world-class customer service. It makes no sense to finance a vehicle longer, make a higher payment, take on the risk of the car's future value, and most likely end up with negative equity when you trade. Do what makes sense. Lease with D&M Leasing. Save on your payments and eliminate the risk that you will be upside down when you trade. Call any area code 35LEASE or visit dmautoleasing.com. D&M, it's just that simple.
Evan Mack talks with Matt Hardy.
There's nothing like a wrestling fan, for better or for worse. How do you handle that, though? We're talking about people talking about your family, what they don't know about your family or your brother or you. How does one handle that on a day-to-day basis?
Something I joke about with the Young Bucks all the time. I said, if you would vanity search Matt Hardy on Twitter, I said, after you got to go 100 replies, you're going to quit the business and never be seen again. It's just, you just learn to deal with it. You know what I mean?
It's the Kick Rocks Wrestling Podcast with Evan T. Mack. Subscribe now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hi, this is Daron Sharp, and you listen to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Hey, Nets fans, on and off the court, knowing when to take the shot is key. Have you gotten your updated COVID-19 booster shot yet? The one designed for recent Omicron variants? Check your eligibility and schedule at vaccines.gov, sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech. 1.3 on the clock right now.
Yep, that was
what you're going to say. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say that, and also it was Doc Rivers who decides to draw up the play by calling that timeout, see what they can do with the second plus. They give it to Embiid, puts up the three. Shot clock violation because of an air ball. Well, Embiid wasn't going to do that twice. He beat the shot clock a few moments ago with that desperation three. Nets get it back. 3:51 to go in this first half for Brooklyn. Glad to have you along on a Saturday night. Bob Easler sitting in for Chris Storino, who has television duty tonight, along with the Capper Team Capstraw. Nets swinging around for Cameron Johnson. He hits a three from the corner. So the new Nets get in the act. Mikal Bridges is having a strong game, and so is Cameron Johnson. Nets lead it by 7.
Great play out of a timeout. Freed him up perfectly for that shot.
51, make that 52-44. Brooklyn by 8 with 3:20 to go in this first half. Harden driving the paint, puts it up on the run, and it rattles home as he begs for the foul.
You got to get him to his right hand somehow. He's getting to his left too easily on that penetration.
Dinwiddie, right elbow for Cameron Johnson, the three, grazes the front rim, hard in the rebound, looks up the floor, bounces ahead. That's Tobias Harris cutting through the lane, and his pass to Tucker deflected out of bounds on the near side, deflected by the long arms of Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, again, this is the long arm group, right?
Mm-hmm. The Disruptors.
The Disruptors. There's 35 feet of wingspan out there right now. Whatever that means.
Works.
Yeah, no, 7 feet a person.
Here's Harden with 3 to shoot. Puts up the 3. rattles in and out, but the rebound belongs to Philadelphia, and then it was knocked out of bounds. That was Anthony Melton who came away with the offensive rebound, and with 12 put back on the clock, the inbound.
And that's got a rebound after working so hard defensively.
Melton, far side to the blocks. Awkward shot, scooped it up, nothing but air, but it deflects into the hands of Embiid, who knocks down his defender, and then a travel violation is called. There was a lot of hesitation after Embiid ran over the defender. And
yeah, Dinwiddie ran over. He thought he drew a charge. Mark Davis didn't call it. Another official came in out of the blue and called the travel.
5th turnover on the Sixers. 4 turnovers on Brooklyn. Approaching the 2:20 mark of this first half. 52-46. Nets lead Philadelphia. Claxton hands it off for Bridges. The runner is good. Oh, a tough shot by Mikal Bridges as he hit that shot on the run and falling down. And he now has 14.
He's looked great doing it, hasn't he? He's starting Harden right now.
8-point Nets lead. Harden works off of the Embiid screen. Claxton out to guard him. Now Embiid disrupted and double team. Throws out of the double team right into the hands of Spencer Dinwiddie. Ahead for Johnson. One bounce behind for Finney Smith, who dunks it through the Nets in transition with a spectacular basket to make it 56-46. They lead by 10. The Nets crowd energized.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Defense to offense.
There is Harden feeling the contact, hitting the shot, and it will count as Harden felt the contact, put it up on the fly, and he kissed the glass and dropped through.
Animated Jacques Vaughn certainly not agreeing with that call, frustrated. But boy, that was impressive defense by the Nets that led to that fast break. They double-teamed Embiid. They were able to shoot the gap and steal the ball, push the pace, and then Cam Johnson kicked it back to Dorian Finney-Smith for the slam. That was a lot of fun.
Harden on the line and hits the free throw to complete the three-point play. 56-49, Brooklyn by 7, winding it down here in the first half. 1:21 to go. Harden, by the way, now has 17. That's game high. Dinwiddie in traffic, takes to the left elbow, takes the lane. He felt the contact, and we have a flash. We're going to have Nets free throws for the first time in this first half as Spencer Dinwiddie will go to the line after being fouled by Maxey. Dinwiddie had 25 points in the Nets win on Thursday against Chicago in his Nets season debut. Of course, he had played 5 years earlier in his career here in Brooklyn. Nice return for him on Thursday.
Yeah, I like what he's doing, though, so far in this game. It's not like he's itchy to score, right? He's attempted 3 shots. He's 1 of 3. He's just got to be a leader out there and get these guys involved. And play D like everybody else.
Dinwiddie made them both. First free throws to the net for the Nets in this night. Give them a 9-point lead with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
There's a double team on Embiid.
Embiid throws out of it. Now into the lane for Maxey. Back out. It's Harden who takes it. The foot jab. 4 to shoot. Harden whips the pass for Harris in the corner. Three-pointer is good. So Harden sets up Harris, and he knocks down the 3 to make it 58-52 Brooklyn. Bridges to Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson driving the lane on the run. His shot is short, and Embiid has a rebound. Gives it up for Harden, hesitates, and the ball is deflected out of bounds. Kicked by the Nets out of bounds, and so Philadelphia will inbound with 18 to shoot. 30 seconds to go in this first half. Nets lead the Sixers by 6.
I feel like this is an important stop for the Nets. Nets have played well this half. Can they neutralize Sixers? Going to double team and beat again.
And he throws out of it. Goes for Melton, and he misses.
They got Embiid on a foul on the inside, shoving down Cam Johnson.
Well, that's going to be Nets basketball after
couple free throws.
Yeah, a couple of free throws Off the side rim, no good. Rebound chased down, and it's kept alive off of the leg of Harris. Tobias Harris goes up for Milton. Bouncing back for Harris. He posting up, down low in the blocks, into the lane, looking to give up. Tomczyk throws it for Embiid. Back for Harris. 5 to shoot. So Harris turns around, does shoot, misses short. Rebound taken down by the Nets and Dinwiddie. Right to left. Cameron Johnson takes the pass. Quick three, no good. Harden, the rebound. 60-52 Brooklyn as Harden accelerates down the lane. He's tied up. Late whistle, and the foul is finally called on Finney-Smith, and that gets the reaction of both the crowd and the capper.
Yeah, because Harden's going into the paint, and Finney-Smith just grabbed the basketball. If they challenge that, they're gonna get that back. They may not.
It certainly appeared to be.
He just tied him up.
And the whistle was very late. And here is Harden on the line, shooting 2. And the first is good.
See, I'd be working Jock's working Mark Davis right now. You got to work these officials hard. There's been enough legitimate fouls, but there's a huge foul discrepancy in this game right now. And that was a borderline one. You've got to... Jock is cooler than I could be.
4 fouls on the Sixers, 11 now in this game on the Nets as Harden makes them both.
The other ones, they haven't been bad. I'm just saying that one, that's it. You can make a big deal out of it now, especially on that call. If the Nets got to execute, they didn't look crisp in the first couple of minutes.
Dinwiddie works off the screen, gives for Johnson, angle 3, and that's way off the mark. In fact, didn't hit anything as it sailed across the baseline and out of bounds. So Johnson misfiring on that three-point attempt. He's a 45% three-point shooter on the season. Nets lead is 6. They've led by as many as 10. And Embiid has it for the Sixers. Nets have yet to score in this quarter. Harris wheeling to the lane, kicking out.
Chase to the left wing in the corner by Porzingis. Wizards lead 22-19. Right on the top of the Jackson. Hands off Halliburton. Benedict Mathurin is in. Back out front, Halliburton left the circle. Halliburton gives to Hield. Top of the key. Foul line. Runner in and out and in at the shot clock buzzer. So Buddy Hield and Bradley Beal each with 10 points. 1 point game. 4:59 to go here. First quarter. 22-21 Wizards. Center circle now. Bradley Beal on the dribble. Beal at the point between the circles. Cuts those right off a Gafford. Screen poked loose by Isaiah Jackson. Coming up with the loose ball, Neesmith. Bounce pass. They're cutting Halliburton, bank, and score. And the Pacers, just like that, get the lead back. 23-22. So the Wizards were up by 7. Now they're down by 1. A 10-2 Pacers run.
And you can really see how quickly they can put points on the board. With 3-point shots, steals are going to lead to fast break points, whether it's a 3 or a 2, but they attack quickly, and they're now playing the pace they want to play.
23-22, Pacers on top of the Wizards. Carolyn, I hope Ryan's with you, and Steven has listened to us on the way to the Wizards game after watching Georgetown women's basketball play against UConn. Wow. Hope let us know who won that game. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
He gets called on the foul.
One of the ways to beat a double team is to kick it back out directly to the person who fed it to you and then repost. Like you can't go back, forth. And that's exactly what the Sixers did that possession.
Second foul on Bridges. Second on the Nets here early in the third quarter. Here's Embiid putting the first one through. He's making hay from the free throw line in this game, as he often does. Now 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Looking for his 19th point, and he's got it. Made them both. 6-point Nets lead. Nets have held the lead since going on a run, a 12-0 run the first quarter. They surged. They went in front 7-6 and then extended the lead to as many as 10. That lead is 6, and they have the ball. Johnson for Bridges on the far side. Bridges bouncing with the right hand and throws a dangerous pass that gets deflected out to Johnson, missed another three, but the rebound back tap to Dinwiddie, and Gibbs for a wing three, missed by Finney Smith.
And again, who back tapped it to get another possession? Mikel Bridges.
But the Sixers have it back. They are down 6 with the ball. Harden whips the pass to Cam Johnson. Johnson was surprised it ended up in his hands. He gets for Bridges, steps into the lane, and he draws the foul. The shot was no good, but Bridges taking some long steps down the middle of the lane and draws the contact. And I don't know what Harden was thinking on that last pass, but Johnson said, thank you very much on the steal.
Yeah, I was trying to throw it to Embiid, but Embiid was kind of got the chair pulled out from him, so he started falling back and couldn't reach out to the ball and ended right in the hands of Cam Johnson.
On inbounds with DeLon Wright. Benedict Mathurin pressuring in the backcourt. DeLon Wright on the dribble. Crosses right of the center circle. DeLon started last game. What a performance, I thought, in their win over the Hornets. Beal, center circle, right at the top of the Porzingis. Back to Beal, top of the arc. Beal. Porzingis, top of the arc. Now left corner, Kendrick Nunn. Catch and shoot for three. That's off the rim. Avdia keeps the rebound alive, but it goes into the Wizards bench. 4:21 to go here, first quarter of play. So the Wizards have Porzingis, Beal, Avdia, Kendrick Nunn, and DeLon Wright on the floor right now. Benedict Mathurin's out there for the Pacers. Boy, what a talented rookie.
Yeah, rookie of the year candidate for sure.
Mathurin, hash mark left wing. Down the left corner, driving heel to the basket. When came off the rim. Oh, pardon me, that was Neesmith. Getting the rebound, Avdia. Avdia leaves it for Porzingis. Well beyond the arc for three. It's there. Huh. His range is DC's area code. 25-23 Wizards on top. Right elbow driving. Jackson just outside the restrictor arc. Jump hook over Avdia is good. Wow. Nice and under control, Isaiah Jackson, as he caught that in the paint. We are tied at 21, 3:41 to go here, first quarter. Hash mark on the left wing, DeLon Wright on the dribble, working right to left. Top of the arc, Porzingis, catch and shoot for three. Off the rim, no. Rebound, Halliburton ropes it up court. Jackson slam, two hands. Touchdown, Halliburton just throwing a touchdown pass. I know the Super Bowl's tomorrow, but that was effectively a touchdown. 27-25 Pacers. Avdia comes up court, hash mark on the right wing. Avdia will cut to his left. A point between the circles. Give to Beal, left the center circle. Now left the top. Porzingis hands out to Beal. Goes to drive. Cut off by Jackson. Bounce pass in the paint. Porzingis turns awkwardly on balance and somehow scores just outside the restricted arc and one. We are tied at 27, but
That's thefarmersdog.com/fresh start.
During the President's Day event at Miami Lakes Auto Mall, drive with 0 down, 0 interest, or no payments for 90 days. Save thousands on most new models. Drive the brand-awarded Best Car Styling Brand Image by Kelly Blue Book for 2022. Join the Brotherhood of Muscle in a 2023 Dodge Challenger. Just $449 per month, or buy with 0 down, or save up to $15,000 off MSRP on select vehicles. Miami Lakes Auto Mall, 57th Avenue in the Palmetto, or buy from home at MiamiLakesAutomall.com. Equal 425 for details.
AT&T Fiber presents a straightforward moment.
Game on, baby. This looks great.
Yeah, streaming is amazing with AT&T Fiber.
Must be nice being a gigillionaire.
Yup, and the straightforward pricing has made me want to be straightforward with you. I'd much rather stream ice dancing.
Is that Alma Hansen and Bjorn Anders?
Straightforward is better. No equipment fees, no data caps, no price increase at 12 months. Live like a gigillionaire with AT&T Fiber. Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
Looking for a dumpster rental or commercial garbage service company that's reputable and affordable? Great Waste is making dumpster rental and commercial waste service simple, cost-effective, and convenient. Call 305-688-6188 for more info.
Encuentra el amor de tu vida. Adopta a una mascota de Animal Services del condado de Miami-Dade. Ve al Centro de Adopción y Protección de Mascotas y llena tu hogar de ese amor incondicional. Para más información, visita miamidade.gov/animals.
Hi, this is Paddy Mills, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets Basketball on The Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Get ready to take your fandom to the next level with a 2023-24 season ticket package. Don't miss out on exclusive benefits and access and rewards by becoming a Nets level member. Rep Brooklyn your way with a customizable membership experience built just for you. Learn more at brooklynnets.com/your way.
Out of the Doc Rivers timeout, Philadelphia looking to regroup. The Nets have extended the lead back to 10, matching their largest lead of this game.
Well, Claxton made those plays, but he was barking a little bit at the Sixer bench. I don't know if he should have done that. So let's be careful. Let's see what happens. Trying to put Embiid in the middle of the floor to take away the double teaming ability of the Nets.
He drives down the lane, bulls down the lane, fakes the shot, got hung up in midair and dumped it down low for Tucker, who laid it through.
It's shocking how skilled he is. Embiid's skill level is crazy. That big and able to make that adjustment in midair.
Nets by 8. 6:40 to go in the quarter. We're at quarter 3 from Brooklyn. Bob Eastler along with the capper, Tim Capstro. Spencer Dinwiddie has the ball, drives past Embiid, gives it in the corner for Johnson. Now for Bridges, puts up a 3, and Mikal Bridges hits the 3. And what a night he is having. Bridges now has 21 in his Nets debut.
Nice chemistry between Cam Johnson and him on that catch by Johnson. Knew exactly how to deliver it right to Bridges.
Nets have their largest lead, 11. Embiid driving in the lane over Claxton, scoops it through on the little hook.
You see the adjustment Doc Rivers made. When you put your big man or the guy being doubled at the foul line, you see the double teams coming your way, and that's what Embiid's doing right now. Nets can't double team him as easily.
Nets by 9. They have the ball to our left. Dinwiddie on top. Floats it up after he drew the contact. He was fouled. He did not hit the shot, but he will get a couple of free throws with 5:49 to go in the third quarter. 71-62 Brooklyn. Harden picks up the foul. And that is the second on Harden, third on the team. 2 team fouls on the Nets as Dinwiddie hits the first. You made a good point about Dinwiddie earlier, and as this game has progressed, Capper not looking for his shot as much in this game.
I just like the way he's playing. He's playing the game. You know, he's trying to get everybody involved. He's not forcing the issue. He doesn't have to be a prolific scorer for this net team. He's got some other people. Although as the game goes on, don't be surprised he gets more aggressive. Here's a double team in the middle of the floor on Embiid.
Dinwiddie made 1 out of 2. Sixers at the other end. To our right, Maxey gets tied up, so he curls to the top. As it's stripped away and stolen by Cam Johnson. Johnson still has the ball. He drives the other end, wheels in traffic, and now will put it up, and it bounces out.
The collective activity defensively and defensive capability is fun to watch with this net team right now.
Embiid whips it to Harden on top. One bouncing Embiid flips into the corner for Niang, who misses the 3, and the rebound controlled by Brooklyn. And it's Finney-Smith bringing it to the other end. Gives for Dinwiddie. Down the lane, the runner blocked by Harden goes out of bounds as bodies fall along the baseline. It'll be Nets basketball as Dinwiddie got knocked down.
Dinwiddie spends a lot of time with his palms up, like looking for calls. He didn't get one.
Yeah, you remember that from...
brings back memories. Just got to make sure it gets back into plays when it's in transition. That frustrates you if he doesn't get back in, and you got to play against a power play.
Nets basketball, they lead by 10. 7 to shoot. Dinwiddie angled right, flipped it left side for Finney-Smith. Puts on the floor, drives the lane. The runner no good. And the chase is on for the loose ball. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Brooklyn. The Nets had scored a point, free throw or field goal. That's unofficial, but it had been a while. At Cam Thomas making it 96-87. And then the Nets went silent. The Sixers trying to win it a point. Plenty of time remaining.
Yeah, it was at 6:52. You're right. But that was even prior to that, though, the Nets hadn't scored for a while. So let's see what they got. Still an awful lot of work to be done by the Nets.
Game summary was brought to you by Verizon, the network America relies on. Nets relying on Spencer Dinwiddie in the last possession, and now the Sixers try to answer back. Here is Harden for Niang. Guarded well on the line. Now the feed for Embiid. Low blocks right.
If a double team comes, because double teams will come your way if a guy starts being aggressive, you've got to trust your teammates and make that quick extra decision or quick extra pass.
It'll be O'Neal, Claxton, Dinwiddie, Johnson, and Bridges on the floor for the Nets. 5 seconds to go in the game. 5.2. Sixers 99. Nets 98. Here we go. For the game, the Nets will inbound in their front court right underneath us. O'Neal takes the ball, looks to trigger, fakes one pass, holding, giving it up for Bridges. He drives, lays it up, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds off of the Nets. And Philadelphia will get it back with 1 and 9/10 seconds remaining. So Mikal Bridges a chance to play hero in his Nets debut. Instead, could not convert on that driving layup attempt. He had a good look. Now the Nets are facing a tall prospect here as the Sixers look to inbound. Harden waits for the foul. It comes with 9/10 of a second remaining. And it'll be James Harden going to the line to try and put this game not out of reach, Capper, but it will make things awfully difficult on Brooklyn should he make a pair here. What did you think of that last play?
It was a good play. Bridges just had a tough angle because he was a really tough angle going in and went off the other side of the backboard. I thought Claxton was going to retrieve the rebound, but he wasn't unable to do that. Now, interesting right now, if you're the Sixers, do you make the second free throw here? You know what I mean?
Good question. Sure, you missed it. Let the time run out.
Yeah.
Let's see what Harden does. First is good. So the Sixers lead it by 2. They have trailed this game pretty much all night long, but they have inched in front here in the closing minute and beat a couple of free throws to give them the lead. Now Harden a couple of free throws that could put them up by 3, and Harden does make them both, and the Nets call a timeout. So 9/10 of a second to go. They have a chance for a catch and shoot in the front court.
You know what I mean, though, right? It was 0.9 on the clock. If he misses that free throw on purpose, they have to heave it from the other side of the floor. Now you could lose the game if the guy made it. But now you get to advance the ball up to the other side of the floor and could possibly get an opportunity. Well, you're going to get an opportunity for a 3. So that's why I brought up the idea of missing that free throw on purpose by James Harden.
Sound.
Give Greg Popovich and his staff a lot of credit. They have clearly scouted the Hawks, because this is one thing opponents have done very successfully against the Hawks this year: play with tempo offensively and try to get the ball up the floor before the Hawks defense is set.
Free throw is no good, and the rebound goes out of bounds. It'll be Hawks ball. So it's a 6-point lead for the Spurs. Second time tonight, 51-45. And now DeJounte Murray has it. We're under 4 minutes to go until halftime. DeJounte across on the left wing gets it out to Trae Young. Trae dribbling up top. Now he moves towards the lane. He goes in the lane. Passes underneath. Clint Capella jams it home. Clint's got 10. Hawks trail by 4. 51-47. And now the Spurs are coming back. Keldon Johnson. Johnson gets it way outside now. And Collins shoots a 3. That's no good. The rebound taken away by DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter now in the middle. Starts to drive. He goes right down the lane. Throws it up and no good. Rebound jam back into Clint Capella. Clint's got 12, and now Popovich calls time. So timeout taken by the Spurs. We've got 3:25 to go, second quarter. It's the Spurs 51, Hawks 49, Hawks Radio Network.
It's a tie game. No timeouts left. The clock is ticking. It all comes down to the final shot. These are the unforgettable moments that NBA fans live for. Moments that are so much better when experienced live in person. We can get you there. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the NBA. Visit Ticketmaster.com/NBA and find seats you can't get anywhere else. Never miss another epic NBA moment.
To get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for
goes in the middle. And now they fake with Keldon Johnson. He gets it underneath, and it's knocked away by John Collins and Clint Capella that time. And now coming back, Trae Young has it. Trae dribbling in the middle. Now he gets double teamed. Throws it in the middle to DeJounte Murray. DeJounte goes to the foul line. His floater is good. There you go, DeJounte. He's got 4, and the Hawks have tied the game now at 51. Scoring the last 6, and here comes a 3 by Sohan that's no good. Rebound, Clint Capella. Clint picking up his 8th rebound of the night. And now the Hawks back with DeJounte Murray. DeJounte dribbles to the foul line. Goes up with a little floater. Is no good. Rebound's going to be out of bounds off the Spurs. Hawks will have it with 14 on the 24. Trae will put it in play. We've got 2:36 to go in the second. And now Trae Young to put it in play. Still looking. Still looking. Now way out he goes, Clint Capella. Hands it back to Trae in the right corner. Trae fakes. Now he drives. Throws it underneath, and it's knocked away and stolen. Another turnover. And now the Spurs coming back. John Collins just fell down. And now they get the pass back in the middle. Zach Collins underneath, and Sohan jams it home. Jeremy Sohan has 18 points in the first half. 53-51 Spurs lead. 2:10 to go in the second quarter. Trae Young brings it up for the Hawks. Trae across. He has it in the middle. Now he dribbles right. Stops the dribble. Back underneath. John Collins, turnaround 14-footer is around the rim and in. John Collins has 8. Hawks have tied the game again, this time at 53. Now the Spurs back. Jeremy Sohan. Sohan throws it back out to Zach Collins. A 3 is good. Zach Collins hits a 3, and the Spurs lead by 3. 56-53. As Trae Young will bring it back for the Hawks now. Trae dribbling up top, goes into the lane. Now brings it out on the left side. Gets it in the corner. DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre on the baseline just got pushed and shoved. Turnaround right-hander is off the rim, no good, but there's a foul. Took a while to call that one, too. Johnson picks up the foul. It's his second. 1:25 to go, second quarter. Bogey's got to come back in here. Spurs will be over the limit with their next one, as DeAndre's first is good. Trae already has 10 assists on the night now.
Definitely being a facilitator tonight. He's only taken 5 shots.
And he's made 2 of them, both of them threes.
Right. His floater, though, he's missed a couple.
Yeah. And now DeAndre Hunter's second free throw is good. So Dre's got 17, and the Hawks trail by a point. 56-55. And now the Spurs back. Devontae Graham up top. He goes left side with his pass now, where they go out to Keldon Johnson. Johnson trying to back in. Turns. Right-hander is around the rim and in. Johnson's got 18. 58-55. Hawks down by 3. Trey Young back. Trey, tricky dribbles. Drives. His floater is good this time. So Trey's got 8. And the Hawks trail by a point again. Devontae Graham back. Now drives the lane. Has it poked away and out of bounds. Bogey thought he knocked it off of Graham. They're going to give it back to the Spurs, though, with 19 on the 24. That just shows you they're not wasting any time.
No.
They push it up the floor and shoot.
Yep.
And now they'll put it in play with Johnson. Keldon Johnson. 2-hand pass. It goes way outside. Now they go to Graham. Devontae Graham in the middle. Gets the pass back underneath. And a block shot that time by Clint Capella. Now it's loose on the floor. And it's going to be finally picked up by John Collins. Gets it to Bogey. Back to Trey underneath. Trey, a reverse layup is good. And the Hawks take the lead, 59-58. That one bounced all over the place, and John Collins went diving to the floor to save it. 34 seconds to go in the quarter. Now a floater in the lane is no good this time. The rebound's going to be picked up, though, and laid in by Roby. Or Branham got the rebound and put it back in. So it's 60-59 anyway. The Spurs lead. Hawks will hold for the last shot here. Difference of 5 on the 2 clocks. And now it's Trey Young. Trey dribbling in the middle, right on the logo now. Spurs are over the limit. Now it's down to 8 on the 24. Trey crosses over. Trey drives in the lane. Foul line floater. Good by Trey Young. So Trey gives the Hawks the lead, and now 7 seconds to go in the quarter as Keldon Johnson drives all the way through. Throws it back outside. Graham for a 3, and he misses at the buzzer. And somehow the Hawks lead by a point.